The Community Foundation of Kingston and area is hosting the Resilience Across the Lifespan panel event on Thursday, December 5th. Stacey Kelly, Executive Director of the Community Foundation for Kingston and area, joins me to tell us more. Thanks so much for being here today, Stacey.
Oh, thanks so much for having me. It's wonderful to be here.
So let's talk maybe first, like the Community Foundation for Kingston and area, fairly well-known organization, been in our community for quite a while, but maybe tell us a bit about the organization itself before we get started.
Yeah, our role really is to facilitate philanthropy in the community. So we work with donors and organizations, families, individuals who really want to put their values into action into our community. And what they do with us is they create charitable funds through which we then make grants to charities both across the region and even across Canada, depending on what the donor wants to do. So it's very meaningful work, and we pool all these donations to create funds that allow us to do granting year after year.
And have incredible impact in the community, right?
Absolutely.
So the very first event we're going to talk about today, the Resilience Across the Lifespan event, I think is kind of almost a product of one of those granting funded projects, I should say, rather, perhaps. Can you tell us a bit about that event?
Yeah, some quick history. In 2021, we received an extraordinary gift from the Sisters of Providence of St. Vincent de Paul, who really came to the foundation with a mission of helping the community build resilience around combating adverse childhood experiences, often known as ACEs, as well as combating isolation and loneliness among older adults. And with that fund, we've been able to issue some really powerful systems level change grants to the community, but we're also convening a whole bunch of organizations to build a community of practice around how do we better support our community around tackling these really related and challenging issues. And so we call them, there's the ACEs, which is the Average Childhood Experiences Coalition, and we also have the Older Adults Connecting Belonging Initiative. And what's really exciting, next week we're building those two initiatives together for a community event called Resilience Across the Lifespan. And we're going to be bringing in a number of panelists to help us understand how do we build community resilience, how do we increase belonging, wellness across the lifespan in our community together.
Impressive. So from the very young all the way to an older age. And so that's happening December 5th. And where is that event?
So we're doing that event at the Delta Hotel Waterfront.
Okay.
It's on the 5th. It's from 2:30 to 4 p.m. And there'll be an opportunity to hear from these amazing panelists. We have from the Teach Resilience, from the Kingston Public Phonic Library, from Queen's Family Health Medicine, and some others. And there'll be an opportunity to socialize and network, and also really to learn, share, because really it's really about the community coming together to create that resilience for our community members.
And so tickets available on your website, right?
Yeah, just go right to the website, CFKA.org. It's right on the front page, and you can find the tickets there.
I think I checked that out, and there's two options. So either you can purchase a ticket and also barrier-free admission I saw as well, right? So
Absolutely,
if
yes.
cost is of a concern, don't worry, come on out, check out the event and learn about resilience across the lifespan.
Exactly.
And then a second event that you've got happening, I believe December 10th, 11th. Can you tell us a little bit about that? I think it's Zal and Rose Yanofsky, am I right there? Breakfast Fund?
That's right. So it's our 21st annual Zal and Rose Yanofsky Breakfast Fundraiser. All those years ago, they created a fund at the Community Foundation which supports the Food Sharing Project. And the Food Sharing Project distributes thousands of meals every week to Kingston area schools. And so what this fundraiser does is helps us keep growing the endowment of that fund so we can keep increasing the grant to the Food Sharing Project each year. As we all know, with food prices and costs rising, it's our way to help increase really the purchasing power of this fund every year to support getting nutritious meals to students.
Right, so how can individuals help support that fund?
Well, what's really fun, on December 10th, it's a dine-in event by donation at Chez Piggy.
Oh, great.
And the next day, the 11th, it's a takeout opportunity from Pan Chan Show. So really the best thing to do is actually to call either Chez Piggy if you want to go in on the 10th, or Pan Chan Show if you want to go in on the 11th and support this breakfast fundraiser.
So those are breakfasts that you can go in or take out for breakfast
Correct.
on either of those days, and then in turn help thousands of kids in the community have breakfast as well.
Direct proceeds go right to us so that we can then present a grant to the Food Sharing Project.
Incredible. December 5th, we've got the Resilience Across the Lifespan panel event happening at the Delta. right? Tickets available through the Community Foundation website.
That's correct.
And then we've got December 11th and 12th, the breakfast fundraiser happening for the Zal and Rose Yanofsky Breakfast Fund. And so head on over and book yourself a seat for breakfast at Chez Piggy on the 10th,
Yes.
or if you're in a rush, maybe get some takeout for the 11th from Panchancho, both delicious options and a great way to help support the community.
Yeah, our sincere appreciation to Zoe Yanofsky and her incredible team at both those locations. Again, this is the 21st year of this fundraiser, and it makes such a huge difference.
Definitely. So we encourage you at home, go on out, help make that difference in our community, and thanks so much for being here today, Stacey.
Thank you so much.